Okay, so here we have an OU battle for a tournament. This is the finals. I'm doing the other half of this because it was a best of three. But we're going to start with this one. So, as you can see, I have Toxapex, Ferrothorn, Zapdos, Tapu Lele, Weavile, and Garchomp. Altogether a balanced team. Meanwhile, my opponent here has Bisharp, Rillaboom, Halucha, uh, Tapu Koko, Chansey, and Urshifu Rapid Strike. Outside of Chansey, it appears to be a very hyper-offensive team. So we're going to delve into this. That was a good switch on his part, expecting that Toxic and switching in Bishop. I kind of miscalculated on this one. I thought Moonblast would be enough to take that out, but I forgot that it was Scarf, not Specs. So I switched to Weavile to finish the job after Tapu Lele went down. Toxapex is just coming in to physically wall anything that is a physical attacker, obviously. I haze because he got greedy with the swords dances. He swords dances again. I don't bother hazing and I scald him to do some damage. He goes for acrobatics, takes a good chunk of my health, but I did haze again. Right now he's too low on health to risk a swords dance, so he just goes straight for an attack, which I recover from. And poison takes him out. Tapu Koko, he was there, I think he was expecting me to switch Garchomp in, that's why he hit Dazzling Gleam. But I saw no reason to switch Garchomp in on Tapu Koko when I had a whole Ferrothorn sitting right there at my disposal. A healthy one. And I was kind of feeling out his Urshifu at this point, trying to figure out what it exactly it had. So we know it has close combat.
We're gonna go over to Love's, get fuel.
Apparently we're going to go over to Love's and get fuel. So yeah, I was feeling him out at this point, making him think he was secure because I was going to keep Ferrothorn in. Let him get those two Thunder Punches and take the Iron Barb damage. Then throw out Leech Seed. And then I switched out into Toxapex because I saw that close combat coming, which dropped his defenses, and Leech Seed took almost all his health that was left.
Welcome to Paso.
He switches into Chansey, goes for a Seismic Toss on Toxapex, and I return with a Toxic. Another Seismic Toss, and I hit Recover. Chansey goes for Soft Boiled. This is basically a battle of who can stall longer, and Chansey is poisoned. And clearly does not have aromatherapy. For some odd reason.
They have that healing move.
Soft Boiled, yeah. But it doesn't matter.
No,
Toxic.
not that healing. The healing ability.
Well, yeah, but only if it switches out.
He needs to switch out.
He did. At like last minute. Chansey's back in, getting poisoned again. I saw that one coming a mile away. You can tell every time I throw in Toxapex, they're throwing Chansey in. It is basically not really a good matchup, since he can't poison me, he doesn't have aromatherapy. All he has is counter, which isn't much of enough to make a difference in Toxapex. and Seismic Toss, which I can keep recovering from while Poison slowly eats away at Chansey. What he needed was a Trapper or a Taunt user. That would have broken Toxapex quick and in a hurry. Now I got the lucky burn on Rillaboom here. He U-turned out back into Tapu Koko. I recovered.
Burn on both. The hard time. It's tough to fix.
Now Burnt Rillaboom is in on Ferrothorn. He's going to go for high horsepower here, I'm sure of it. Which, yep, there's the high horsepower. Toxapex really, it hurts, but Toxapex doesn't care too much about it. Especially since Rillaboom is burnt.
Just give her Toxapex have to burn. Doesn't give too much care to things like Earthquake.
Yep. Now here comes Zapdos in on the Rillaboom. I was going to go for a Hurricane here, but he switched out into Chansey, expecting the Hurricane, which was a good call on his behalf. I Volt Switch out into Toxapex again. Here comes Rillaboom again on Toxapex. I tried to Toxic the Chansey, but he had switched it out, and Rillaboom's already through, so it's not going to go through. But I did recover and get back to 100% HP. I swear, at this point, this poor guy has got to hate Toxapex. Here comes Chansey getting poisoned because I knew it was going to be coming in shortly. He switched out, back into Rillaboom. Scalded Rillaboom. Now the Grassy Surge is gone. I hit Scald again. He's going to keep hitting high horsepower. And I'm staying in only because I'm trying to make him think I'm not going to switch out. But I did. And then I switched right back into Toxapex on Chansey. He went for Seismic Toss twice. I hit Recover. Switch out into Garchomp. Now this is the part that I got mad at, okay? Hold on. You're going to see here the reasons why I use Lumberry instead of Leftovers or Life Orb on Garchomp. And you're also going to see how badly RNG can fuck you up the ass. Watch and enjoy. I went for Swords Dance. I knew this thing had counter. He goes for Toxic, Lumberry gets eaten, no more poison. Now you would think that would be game, right? Nope. And switching into Rillaboom, Earthquake almost takes out Rillaboom, but not quite enough. Grassy Glide doesn't do much to Garchomp, especially with the burnt Rillaboom. Now here comes Chansey, and I went for Scale Shot. Instead of hitting the 3 times like it can, it hit 2, and Chansey was able to kill me with counter. In retrospect, I probably should have just hit Earthquake. But I was trying to speed up in case he freaking sent out Tapu Koko on me. But if I would have hit Earthquake and Tapu Koko came in, I would have been forced to switch out. But in comes Tapu Koko after Chansey finally goes down to Ferrothorn, I think it was. And then Tapu Koko comes in, and Tapu Koko versus Ferrothorn is an easy one-hit KO with Gyro Ball. And that is game. Good game, CJ. I hope you don't have nightmares about Toxapex now.